Yo, what's up everybody? Sorry for not having a video last week. My PC broke. Apparently thermal paste got into my CPU, which is partially my fault. Long story short, we're back up and we're going to be going over what the market's doing right now and how that might affect Cardano NFTs coming up in the future. So of course we're going to be going over our weekly mints as well, but we're going to start off looking at the S&P 500, and right now we are hitting new lows on the year. Now it does look like we are about to break this level. We have been consolidating here for a little while and it looks like we finally built up the momentum to go lower. And if we do scroll this out, the last time that we touched this level, so we hit these levels before in 2020, and this is kind of a key resistance level. We can see that it bounced off this level once and then it rejected it. It came up, almost hit it again, rejected it, and then we finally broke through. So there is a bit of resistance here and we could kind of see another bounce and maybe we go higher. Ultimately, we're finally building momentum, and that momentum decided to start going lower Friday. So it really wouldn't surprise me to see us gap down or eventually hit these 38 to 22, it looks like. That's the range that I really think we're going to sit in for a little bit. This was the range that we were in right before coronavirus hit, and I think that that's something that we need to retest. Now, it's always a fool's errand to try to pick the bottom, but we also have no idea when the bottom is coming, and a lot of the times the bottom is in and bounces before we even have time to blink. So I do think that 320 is going to be a very good spot if we do hit this range to definitely start to average into some of our positions. Now for NFTs and for cryptocurrencies, that may be a different story, but as far as stocks, this is what we're looking at. Now Ethereum and Bitcoin are a bit different because they're already down so much from their all-time highs, way more than the S&P and NASDAQ. So when the S&P and NASDAQ are starting to hit their new lows, I could definitely see Bitcoin and Ethereum starting to test their lows again, but I'm not so sure that they're going to actually break this. If they do, I could see this level, maybe around 600 to 660, maybe 550, somewhere in that range being hit, because this does look like some decent resistance from the past few years going back. So personally, I think the best option would be to wait for it to go back to this range, somewhere between 900 and 1,000, and that's where I would start to average in if you were thinking about getting into Ethereum again. And I do think that if it does have the unfortunate event of dropping down to the 500 to 600 range, that would be when you'd want to average down even more. Just to get the full picture, we'll look at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is actually where it peaked at back in 2017 before crashing back down and not doing a whole lot for a few years, and then inevitably pumping way harder. So if you did buy back in 2017, you're break even right now, which is kind of crazy to think about. And I think the next range we're going to be looking at is around 16,000. And if it does break 16,000, then we're going to probably go to around 13, maybe 14, and any number after that is anybody's guess. And this also makes sense for the chart that we see with Cardano volume. Our volume has continued to trend lower and lower and lower. However, there are still some projects that are doing pretty well. For example, Deadpxlz is doing very well. Deadpxlz yesterday came out with their Ding Royale, and basically the way that it works is you can spend any amount of ADA that you're comfortable with buying their Ding tokens, and then you will be rewarded with a participation NFT as well as a forged pixel. Now, the value of your NFT and the value of your forged pixel will be based off of the value that you spent. I'm not going to go over the full thing because that's not the point of this video, but I will have all of this in the description below if you want to go check out the rest of this document. And I just want to bring up that 2 weeks ago we had the hype mint of these Moais as well as the ADA and Vedas, and they did not do too well. Now this isn't to crap on those projects, you know, rough things happen, some decisions have to be made to try to lower the supply or whatever they want to do, and sometimes it's not done in the best of ways. So all I want to say about that is whatever big mints that are coming up in the future, just keep this in the back of your mind and remember that not everything is going to go perfectly, and do not go too crazy on these mints, especially during a bear market. But the project that I do want to cover first is going to be Book Token, and they already launched a few of their other books, and I think their most successful one was their Gutenberg Bible, which right now is sitting at 1,000 floor. So the way that this NFT works is they have their own online bookstore. So right here you can go over and it's all purchasable with ADA. So this is their Gutenberg Bible, and I know it still says that you can buy it now, but when you click on it, you'll realize that you actually cannot. When you click on buy now, it'll bring you over to JPEG store. But anyways, let's say that you own one of these. You already bought one, it's in your wallet. So the way that you'll be able to view this now is if you go over to their e-reader D app. So you'll click here, you'll connect your wallet, and then it'll tell you if you own one of their books. If you do, you can click on it and it'll open up your book for you. And what's cool to me is that you have to use their e-reader to read their book. It's not a PDF, you can't find it anywhere else, so there's not going to be a whole lot of copying and pasting of your book. If you do own the Gutenberg Bible, you will be returned 9 ADA every time you buy a book. Also, you'll be returned 2 ADA every time the book is sent to you, so this 49 ADA is actually 47, and if you do own a Gutenberg, then it's actually 37. Now this is probably going to be one of the only times I cover this project unless there's a crazy book that's minting, because right now it's just kind of retaining its value. Now the Gutenberg Bibles went crazy, but I think that's more so because you get a 9 ADA discount on every single book, so that's a really beneficial utility. Now I don't think that these are going to be a crazy mint and flip, however, the fact that they're retaining their value, maybe once the bear market stops, these could be a really good investment. You know, this 12 ADA mint right here is going for 14, nothing crazy, but it's nice that you're not losing. And then same for the Beowulfs. These are going for 49 ADA, and if you see them, you can see that they're at a 52 ADA floor for JPEG. Some of them do pretty well though for a mint and flip. Now this Dracula over here was 49 ADA. I'm not sure how it flipped in the first few weeks of it minting, but right now still it's at an 83 ADA floor. And if you were lucky and you got one of the better book covers, you could have sold it for a bit more. Every few hours it seems like a few are sold, nothing too crazy, so this does seem to be a little illiquid, so it's going to be hard to mint and flip even if you do get a good one, but it does look like that there is demand for the more rare ones, and it does look like that you'll be profiting. So if you're a little bit patient, you could get a few hundred ADA gains if you do get one of the luckier ones, and if you're not lucky, then you know it does look like that you're retaining that value though, regardless of what you minted. So as we've seen before, some of these books have been getting higher demand than others, and that is what's driving up their price. So looking at these books, this is the one that's coming on the 5th. I believe this one's coming on the 12th and this one the 19th. Don't quote me, I'm saying that because at the bottom here, that's what it says here. Also, this lines up with the 5th, which says the 5th down here, so that's why I'm leaning towards that. But I'm not sure which books out of these books are going to be the best ones to mint. There's also way more to this project. They're going to have a $ book token, which is going to be based off of how often you read, so using their e-reader app. If you'd like to check out more of this project, I will have their website and all of their links in the description below. But now a quick moment from our sponsor of this video, shoutouts to Early Birds. Early Birds are going to have their 5,555 voxel birds minting on Cardano. Owners of every single one of these is going to have an object file that's going to come with their NFT. This is going to allow you to render or animate your early bird inside of metaverse spaces. They're also developing a Snapchat filter where you'll just toggle on the filter and then your bird will be displayed next to whichever item you're pointing at. So what they're going to do is they're going to host these quests in real life where you have to go to certain spots and then take a picture with your bird. Members that do this will accumulate points. The members with the most points will receive prizes. Also, if you are still holding in Q2 of 2023, you will get a free early pet airdrop. If you're wondering about when it's going to be released, they said sometime in October, and they don't know the price just yet. Some of the utility that you can expect from this project is that it will be a playable character in a game that is in progress. Also, if you'd like to find out more about this project, I will have all of their socials in the description below. And now this next project is going to be Raccoon Syndicate. Raccoon Syndicate did have their mint yesterday, as well as having another mint coming up on October 8th, and this is going to be their raffle mint. But whatever doesn't mint for tier 2 is also going to be thrown into this raffle mint. It's going to cost you 140 ADA to mint this next tier, which is tier 2, and we've already minted out these tier 3s, which were the farmers and the hunters. What's coming now is the scientists and the clerics. For tier 3 there were 5,000, for tier 2 there are 3,000, and for tier 1 there's going to be 2,000. Inside of all of these tiers there's going to be 4,000 staff, 4,000 soldiers, 1,600 captains, and only 400 generals. The primary reason for buying these NFTs is for their hold to earn game. This is going to come in early 2023. I know a lot of people have been having a difficult time with these play to earn games because they don't want to spend all that time playing a game, and a lot of the times the games haven't even been fun to play. So they've actually created their hold to earn mechanic where you don't need to actively play a game. Just by holding one of their NFTs, you're already eligible to play, and every 2 months you're going to earn these rewards. The way it's going to work is they're going to have these battle rounds, which is basically every 2 months like we spoke about, and that's a season, but they're going to call it a battle round. A battle round technically lasts 10 epochs, which is 50 days, with a 10 or 15 day intermission. There will also be battle events, which are random developments in the War of the Syndicates that result in a points earning boost for certain raccoons. So maybe you hold a knife, maybe you hold a rake, whichever it may be, you'll get extra points earning for that event. Events will be chosen every 10 to 15 days or 2 to 3 epochs, and during which the Raccoon team will come onto YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, or Discord to pick the next set of battle events, and they're going to use an on-chain Plutus smart contract random number generator so that the selection process is completely transparent. After the event comes out, you're going to have 3 days to find your raccoons and get them ready for the snapshot. Some of the event types will be trait battles, so we've already spoken about that. So let's say you're holding a medic bag, all the medics will get 10% more points. There's also a genus, so all the ones who have a certain skin. And then there's also partner projects, so if you're holding another project that's in your wallet and that project happens to be that partner project for that week, then you'll get bonus points for that too. There's also going to be a wallet effect event, and it looks like this is going to be based off of certain syndicates. So if you're tier 3 or tier 2, or whichever tier is being affected, or maybe it's just for farmers, maybe it's just for clerics, whichever it may be, then those will get their effect. There's also going to be a holding bonus. So for every 5 days that raccoon is in the same wallet, you will get a holding bonus. As soon as that leaves your wallet or is listed on the marketplace, you are reset to 0. There are also specifics to squads. So captains and generals will be able to invite other raccoons from other wallets to join their squad. You can also do it from your own wallet if you would like. Nothing is set in stone yet, but they are experimenting with giving a slight bonus to captains and generals who have squads consisting of raccoons from other wallets. The only problem that I could see with this is that people will create another wallet and then put their raccoons into that wallet, but I'm sure they're aware of this and that's why it's experimental. They're also going to have multiple leaderboards, and the main one that matters is global, but these tier ones will give you a small boost if you're winning on those towards the global, so they do matter. At the end of every 50 days, which will be the end of their battles, every raccoon will be rewarded with something. However, depending on how well you did, you'll get different rewards. Some of these rewards may be the attachable upgrades, such as jewelry, and the jewelry is really important because these can help your raccoons earn more points in the future to get better rewards. There will also be consumable rewards, which may give you a certain percent boost, like 10% bonus for 3 epochs, and you're going to want to use these strategically. Let's say you only have a few boosts, well, you may want to wait until you get a jewelry attached NFT, maybe a few wars later, and then you can combine them to get a larger effect. There's also going to be these wallet effect NFTs. These wallet effect NFTs are reward/upgrade NFTs that are not attached to your raccoon or consumed. Instead, the NFT is going to sit in your wallet, and it has a positive effect on all raccoons in the wallet. And then maybe you get the grand prize, which could be a really cool partner project NFT, depending on which project it is. Something else that's really cool about their ceasefire is that after every 50 days, there will be a 10 to 15 epoch ceasefire where you can trade in your NFTs and get them attached with their attachable NFT upgrade. You can also buy and sell NFTs without getting penalties for your holding bonus. They have basically thought through everything. This is why I'm super bullish on this project, and this is why I think that this mint is going to do pretty well. I don't know if it's going to be a good mint and flip because the prices of these raccoons have been dipping. However, this does normally happen before a sellout. So after the next raffle mint, I do think that these could see a boost in their price. Right now, you can see that the price is down to about 118, which is definitely not great when you have a 140 mint price. However, the game doesn't come until 2023, so there's plenty of time for this project to fluctuate. The next project that we're going to cover is going to be JPG Junkies. JPG Junkies is going to be launching on October 8th, 6 p.m. UTC for 69 ADA and a 6,000 supply. If you would like, you can mint up to 4 of these NFTs. But first, who are the founders of this project? Well, it's none other than your favorite YouTuber, DZ. Now, you can love or hate the guy, but he's been in the space for a while now, and he's now having his own project. So here's what some of them look like, and just based off of the 2 to 3 minute YouTube video that they created, there's going to be a merch that they've created. So yeah, you can see it right here. And they're saying that they'll be able to put certain blue chips on there because their company or their brand is connected to a wallet that holds some of these NFTs, and you'll be able to, I guess, get access to that if you hold one of their JPG Junkies. What's also pretty cool is they will be using YEPL, or formerly known as Mint City, to do their mint, so shoutouts to Mint City. Also, if you do want a whitelist spot for JPG Junkies, we do have 10 thanks to Crypto Mayhem, and these winners will be for Atlanick Ocean holders only, and these spots will be chosen on Tuesday, so please go over and react. I was looking to to see what other utility would be offered by these junkies, and all I could find was in this paragraph here in the About section. It says, look out for exclusive access to the hottest merchandise, products, and events. So I'm assuming that in the future there may be some events for these as well, and maybe some other discounts that they can give out, maybe whitelist spots, maybe even an in real life meetup somehow, but this is all speculation. I can't find anything that's too direct. One last mint that I think could do pretty well this week is going to be Nice Society's PFP collection. This is going to give you access to their upcoming Web3 personal growth platform and your key for growth to earn journey. This is going to take place on October 3rd. There's going to be 2,200 available for a price of 125 ADA. The cool thing about this project too is that you're going to be able to use your Nice Pass in order to mint the Nice Society NFT, but after the mint, it's going to become a Nice Booster, which will give you a boost on your earnings on the Nice Hub, as well as a boost on the airdrop that you get. The airdrop for their tokens is going to start at the beginning of the Nice Hub. So how it's going to work is shortly after our main mint, which is going to be about 1 to 2 weeks, they're going to launch their staking platform where you can stake your Nice Society NFT. Depending on the duration, you will get rewarded with a big stack of Nice. Holding a Nice Pass will also give you that boost. Their goal is to make the airdrop value so big that it will make up for the price that you paid for the Nice Society NFT. And this way you are rewarded for believing in the mission and able to participate in the platform with a basically free NFT. Do remember that this is their goal. They do not have to achieve this goal, nor do they have to come close to achieving this goal. Do you think they will? Do I think they will? I have no idea, but this is just going to be a goal. The use of the funds are going to go towards Nice Hub development, which they do say will be in the 6-digit area, as well as employing professional guides and coaches, because some of the utility of holding these NFTs will be that you'll get a guide or a coach that will help you do whatever it is that you're aiming to do, whether it's flip, whether it's start a business, whatever it may be. What's really cool about these is the art though. These artworks look crazy, and I always say that I'll never buy a project for art. However, when they look this good, you know, it definitely makes me look twice, that's for sure. These artworks are incredible. This is also why I don't understand why art projects try to come out and only do art, because when you have utility projects like this creating even better art, it's just a no-brainer. Also, you have this one down here that I'm just assuming is a 1 of 1. I have no idea, but holy crap, when they zoomed in, it looks so crazy. It looks so freaking crazy. So I took the zoomed in picture and I kind of blew it up as much as I could. I think this looks amazing. Even if you don't want to mint the project, you can still appreciate this art. If you are a pass holder, you can mint for 100, and if you're anybody else, you'll have to mint for 125. Now, I'm personally not going to be minting anything. I don't think it's a good time to mint anything. Even really good projects are not doing so well, so it's a rough time in the market, and I'm just kind of watching these mints and hoping that they do well for the people who invest, but I myself just can't take that risk. My approach, if I did have to spend something though, would be to buy a few of these raccoons while they're low. I do believe in this project long term, and I do think that after they sell out, they could get a little bump. Where this project overall is really going to thrive is going to be once their game is fully out and everything is minted. At that time, there's going to be a lot of people exchanging, trying to earn NFTs, trying to play their game, trying to get their multipliers, and that's going to be when this project is in full force. The game is still a few months away though, so we have no idea how low or how high this project could go in the midterm, so just be careful with how much you're willing to spend. But that's everything I wanted to cover in today's video, guys. I appreciate you for watching. Remember to get outside, see your family, see your friends. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys, peace.
I get it like a G, but it never came easy. You got me coughing up a lung, I wish I rap like Wheezy. I keep my pace, so I'm sorry that I'm breezy. Keep my sneaks laced, cause I can't afford Yeezys. I don't want the gold, give me BTC. Y'all be acting crazy.